This is the tent. It's you should be able to see that. It's a Salwa or something. Lichens leash. And got it from boot sale for £3 or £2 or £3 like. And also got where is it? Also got a camelback water system and that with it. But I'm now going to set it up. I've just spent the last 45 minutes setting it up wrong, so I'll now show you how to set it up right. Unfortunately, the inner has to go in first. I've been trying to do the outer, which is huge, and then put the inner in second. I like to do that because it that way around, because at least then you're not getting wet if it's raining or anything. Go away stick. So I'm gonna get on with this and put it up. I've got this inner sheet here, and it has clips on it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put these poles up, just for now. Tie them at the top just for now, just so they don't go anywhere. If it's windy or anything, just so it stays like that. Then all you have to do is put the clips on. This is fairly waterproof material anyway, it's not too bad, but I wouldn't trust it if you was only using that as a support system. It goes up fairly easily. It's quite lightweight considering the size of the tent, and everything's nice and tight. This is quite quick and basic. It's very light. That's the dimensions of it type thing. But what happens now is the side comes out another 2 foot, so you can put all your bags this side and all your other, even a bike upside down in the other side. It's quite a big tent, so let's try and get this on it. This bit, there's 3 poles. There's 2 long poles and a short pole. The short pole goes inside the outer, and which way? There's a burn hole in this tent. That's why I got it so cheap. I'm going to use this side. There's the burn holes in this side, so I'm going to use this side for the demonstration. It's only a little tiny burn, but it doesn't look very good. And that's it basically. All you have to do now is there's some clips on this on the yellow insert. There's some clips to clip on this this pole, sorry, on the inside. And there's also a Velcro strap right in the middle to hold this top little pole to the other big poles. And now that's done, you can just put the sides down, and wherever my peg's gone, you just get your pegs. There's 6 here, I did have 8, I just lost 2, and then just peg it out, and I'll show you what that looks like. Right, this is now the finished tent, and what I would say about it is quite big, but then again it is quite camouflaged. I'll open the door and show you. But one thing I would say is as this one here, when you're pegging this one here, just make sure this one and this one, which are the end ones, they're not too tight. So just pull them in a little bit. Don't worry about the inner lining, that'll be fine. And then because it's like a hexagon shape, a six-sided thing, symmetrical six-sided thing, rather than a rectangle or square tent. Right, I've got the tent set up. It's a nice decent sized tent. It's 2-man, but just for me it's perfect. I don't take camouflage net with me, I just have it down here. When I'm ready to use it, I just get out of a waterproof bag I have down there constantly with like survival gear, like a bug out situation. I just grab that and whatever. But I'll take you and have a look if I can get the camera off the tripod. So basically everything's still on my bike. What would be off my bike would fit in here or over the other side. Inside it's quite handy. There's lots of there's loads of toggles and straps and bags and stuff, and there's some strings up here to put heavy torches on and stuff. That's really heavy duty. I'm actually putting weight on that and it's not ripping or anything, but it just toggles in. It just toggles in like that. And yeah, there's quite a few air vents. You have them open or closed, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I like them open, just because when you're cycling you're always hot and sweaty and all the time. That's what it looks like. There's a little, like I say, there's a little burn mark from where someone's had a campfire or something. It's burnt through that pretty quickly by the looks of it. It is only thin material, but it's good quality. Like I say, there's 6 pegs, so you need is 6, so take 10 as a spare. You won't need much and it fits on your bike okay. So that's about it really. When this tent, I got this tent, I wasn't expecting much from an old military tent, but someone said they used it in Germany for training or something in the military. So the German army this is, I believe. So it is quite a good tent. But what I would say is just make sure you get lots of pegs in high winds, because it is quite a big tent, but it shouldn't do too badly with winds. But just to make sure, get some extra pegs and stuff, and that should be no problem. So this, all my bags and that will fit in there, no worries. And all I have left now is I had to steal some tent pegs out of my basher. I've got a basher here. What I do is I have a little cheap carabiner clip with 3 spare keys on for my padlocks. I've got keys on my bike, but I also like to have spares. So what I do is I just roll these up into a nice compact-ish, it don't have to be too compact, but fairly compact bag. And then this is called a Highlander military basher. It's 2000mm HH with tapered seams. It's quite a good basher. Has loops. There's about 6, 8, maybe even 10 loops all over this. Maybe even more. It's good if you have a hammock and you're backpacking, and this does really well in your backpack. And it has the clips as well, like the little snaps that you get on coats and that. There's little snaps like that. So I don't know exactly what they're for, but I'm sure they come in useful in all sorts. Now with my sleeping mat, this basher goes inside my sleeping mat, and then what I have on top of that, after I've given this a little push down, is as there's still room in the bag, I put a Caramel X Light bivy bag. This is a bivy bag. I haven't actually tried it yet with my pod sleeping bag inside of it, but oh, it's now starting to rain, so that was good timing. But I need a new sleeping bag anyway, to be honest, because that other one's a little bit chilly, but it does give you the freedom to move about. But as for a tent, all you need is a tent and this and a sleeping bag and your cook stuff, and you're well away. But everyone knows about camping anyway. If you've got a tent, if you've got a stove, if you've got a tin of curry and some Uncle Ben's microwavable rice, go camping for the evening or a couple of days and see if you can survive, catch a rabbit or something, or a squirrel, or whatever you can. I normally go touring 2 or 3 times a year. I'd like other people to come with me, but unfortunately it's hard to get people to go with you, stick to the tour. In 2012 there was me and 3 others, there's 4 of us, started the Land's End John O'Groats run. By the time we'd done about 140 miles, just before we got to the River Severn Bridge, 2 of them backed out with they couldn't be bothered or whatever, or didn't get along with me or something, and another guy who was a nice gentleman, Liam, he backed out just after Tewkesbury, I believe, due to a sore arse, so he claimed. And so what I would recommend is get a decent bike. Your tent's not a priority for touring. What is a priority is your clothes and your mental attitude, and that tent is a good tent, and that's about it. Just one more last thing. Always remember to clean up after yourself. Just make sure there's nothing around, nothing whatsoever around it, and then you go.